The 7 life-giving chakras, their significance to humanity, by Reverend Angelo Distefano, narrated by Miriam Distefano. All mystics, yogis, occultists, and people who study the ways of the spirit believe in the 7 chakras. They are life-giving energy centers and the 7 most vital centers of the human body. Scripture says, "And God breathed forth, and before the throne stood 7 spirits." Since the very beginning of time, there have been 7 energies of creation. We can see these energies in the spectrum of the 7 colors. We can also hear these 7 energies in the 7 major musical notes. The 7 chakras are directly connected to the 7 rays. The energy that sparks the chakras is the same creative energy or force field that permeates our entire solar system and universe. Each chakra possesses a coordinating quality or function and corresponding color. All 7 chakras channel and release separate transforming energies. Understanding these 7 rays is essential to the development of spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical development. The word chakra means wheel or vibratory circle. The 7 chakras are often referred to by the Eastern Indians as the wheels of fate. Buddhists speak of the chakras as the wheels of life and death. They are the universal focal point within the astral physical body. The chakras are referred to by many as the wheels of righteousness. Humanity possesses within them a miniature solar system. Each person possesses 4 bodies of energy that are constantly coinciding with each other. These bodies are the physical, mental, emotional, and etheric or spiritual bodies. The energies of the solar system are divided into 7 permanent rays that manifest in every life form on this planet. The spiritual development of a soul will depend on the amount of energy that flows to the 7 chakras. Spiritual healers know of these chakras. They use them to direct healing and to balance and restore lost energies. When energies are cut off to certain parts of the body, ill health will often result. If we are ailing in a certain part of the body, use meditation, color, and prayer to direct energy to the chakra that is nearest to the ailment. We can use and wear certain colors to activate the energies of any chakra. Solid black is the absence of color and will drain energies from the chakras. This is why solid black clothing should only be worn at night. or on special occasions, and not as everyday attire. Hard rock, rage, or any type of distorted music destroys balance and harmony within the chakras. Humanity is seldom aware of their inner bodies. They are likely to neglect whatever is not visible to the material eye. The invisible parts of the four bodies are the most important facets of our entire existence. Our inner or astral body is directly connected to the universe or creative logos. The amount of energy we possess in the chakras will determine our intelligence, health, creative power, healing abilities, compassion, spiritual unfoldment, and general consciousness. These are but a few things these energies, levels, can affect. Once we begin to meditate on the 7 chakras and their colors, we accelerate the energies to these centers, thus enhancing our lives. Everything imaginable consists of energy and light. Our spiritual, mental, and even physical density is determined by the speed of the light energy vibration within us. It is said the chakras closely resemble the petals of flowers, and they even reflect the colors of flowers. True psychics or clairvoyants can even see them. The chakras that contain the most energy will radiate the most in the aura that surrounds the physical body. Spiritual healers can see problems developing in the physical, mental bodies by the color of the aura. These colors surround the body and can even be photographed. If doctors would use Kirlian photography to diagnose their patients, they could immediately tell what was wrong with the patient. As the age of Aquarius progresses, many people will become spiritually awoken. When this happens, people will become aware of the chakras and their enormous spiritual potentials. When we tap into the secrets of the chakras, we will know the secrets of the ages and the universe. As humanity's brain power increases, their spiritual healing potential will practically eliminate conventional medicine. In fact, it is already starting to happen. Humanity has always possessed the power to heal themselves and others. They are just starting to really become conscious of that power. The deception and delay of the previous Pisces age will be substituted by the illuminating metaphysical energies of the age of angels, or the age of Aquarius. Jesus foretold of this time when he spoke of the age of man. He said, "In the age of man ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. In this new age of ours, we will experience tremendous change in consciousness and spiritual capabilities. Vitality and spiritual awareness always consisted of positive mental energies. Whenever one or more of the chakras is out of line with the universal life force, it can affect and even block the energies of the other chakras. Through negative thought or action, we open the door to imbalance and disharmony. If any of the energies are suppressed, they even drain the evolvement process of our consciousness. Each of the 7 chakras represents a certain level of life, ranging from the dense, physical, emotional, to the etheric, mental, spiritual. Nature manifests in all forms of the chakra centers. Without the inrush of these energies, the human body could not function or even exist. Therefore, these energy centers exist in everyone, and they always have. The main thing that separates one human being from another is the amount of energy that flows through these chakras. As each challenge of life is overcome, such as hostility, greed, hate, etc., the energies flow freely through the chakras, thus creating higher consciousness, peace, love, and more. The one common denominator that is always consistent in humanity is that the equality of life will always be determined by the spirit we live in. The symbol of the medical profession, the 2 serpents rising to wings of spirit, with the circle of eternity at the top, is an old Greek symbol. It has great symbolic meaning to humanity. The serpent, or serpent fire, as it is called in the occult world, symbolizes the dual ethers of the spiritual life force as they rise to the wings of spirit. The circle is most important, for it signifies the eternal life force, or the superconsciousness. The pattern of the snakes crisscrossing in this symbol is the pattern of the life force as it flows upward through the field of the human conductor. The dual energies flow back to their source. This is represented by the eternal circle at the top of the symbol. Few symbols signify humanity's spiritual nature more than this one. The natural energy flow of humanity within the spinal column resembles that of the serpents crisscrossing over each other from one chakra to the next. Like fire, the life force travels upward. Cosmic energies are sent to us much like radio waves are sent to a receiver. Each vibrating energy has a different frequency. Each frequency instills a different consciousness. The higher the frequency or vibration, the higher the consciousness. Some frequencies are sent to higher chakras, but in this case, the energies must pass through each lower chakra first. Then they manifest the vortex of the higher chakras. The center of the chakra will resemble the hub of a spinning wheel, or the center of a blooming flower. When the chakras receive properly directed energy, they bloom with color and light. The way we live our lives has much to do with the way our energies are distributed. As the Master Jesus once said, "As you give, so shall you receive." Awareness of universal law and proper use of cosmic energies will enhance the growth and development of all the chakras. When universal laws are followed, these energy zones can gather the means to bind the astral, etheric, and physical bodies together. As the petals bloom and the wheels turn, spiritual consciousness and universal insight will manifest within the soul. Nothing that we can accumulate in the physical world is more valuable or lasting than universal awareness. The chakras appear in different sizes, bright or dim, depending on the evolvement of the individual. Each chakra is divided into different numbers that influence all different aspects of life. The chakras are also divided into 3 sections. The lower represents the physical, the middle, the physiological, and the higher represents the spiritual. If we neglect just one of the lower energies, we cut off the spirit flow to the higher chakras. Jesus was not the only being to accomplish mastership over the 7 energies. Moses and Buddha are just 2 other masterminds who overcame the trials of earth and obtained the crown chakra. Jesus once said, "I shall give thee a crown of light." We all have the potential to obtain Christ consciousness. Centers 6 and 7 stand apart from the rest of the chakras. They deal with the actions of the pituitary and pineal glands. Therefore, the energies of these chakras enhance spiritual development. Part 2. Chakra number 1. The first chakra is located at the base of the spine. It is divided into 4 spokes or sections. This center radiates force, activity, and drive. When mastered, it is our emotional magnet of energies that will flow to the other 6 chakras. Its primary color is a fiery red. When a person is engaged in activity or emotional excitement, this chakra will seem to be bright red. The brighter the glow, the more vitality will manifest. The energies of this chakra provide motivation and desire. The red ray is no doubt one of the hardest of all the energies to master. Being the first ray, it is naturally the first energy one must master to progress up the spiritual ladder. To conquer the emotions, one must learn to put mind over matter. When the red ray is refined, the soul can evolve and become aware of the inner self and the inner truth. The red ray provides drive and stability. It is the foundation on which all of the spirit will stand. The first and second rays are two of the hardest to elevate and maintain. The reasons for this is the physical, emotional world, and their magnetic attractions often distract humanity. When the red ray is fully realized and elevated, it bestows such qualities as leadership, grounded stability, generosity, compassion, ambition, genuine feelings, self-awareness, and the ability to overcome any obstacle. The energies of the first ray are ever present in all of us. It is the driving force that wants us to survive and compete. If humanity could master the red ray, there would be no wars, greed, domination, superiority, violence, destruction, cruelty, prejudice, or hatred. It is a lack of intelligence regarding spiritual principles that has always suppressed humanity. If we only see ourselves as material beings, we will surely face annihilation and self-destruction. Before the world can know freedom and equality, the forces of the red ray will have to be elevated. As long as one person exists who thinks they are better than another, there will never be a lasting peace. As long as there is one ignorant person on this planet, we will never be safe. Keywords: emotion, power, force, stabilization, drive, ambition, desire, competitiveness, sensitivity, courage, motivation, reproduction, willpower, personal love, vitality, magnetism, impulsiveness, reactionary, responsiveness, physical, emotional, and action. Negative traits to be aware of: unyielding, selfishness, domination, self-centeredness, excessive greed, non-compassionate, unforgiving, overindulgent, materialistic, and uncreative. Overaggressive, warlike, quick to action, vengeful, combative, and over-competitive. Chakra number 2. The solar plexus is the center that deals with specialization, subdivision, and dispensation of incoming energies. It is divided into 6 parts. Its primary color is orange. As the energies of chakra pours out into our body, chakra 2 directs and divides those energies into their proper channels. The orange ray is the first step of spiritual awakening. Until we know the will of God and the sense of righteousness, we cannot start to spiritually evolve. The courage that is felt when the orange ray is awakened is necessary for the soul on the spiritual path. Without courage, we would never go forward. The orange ray helps us to relinquish the self and integrate with the universal life force. When the orange ray is activated, the soul senses and feels the gifts of compassion and generosity. It also gives us a sense of duty and loyalty. It is true that we are all creatures of habit. When the soul is opened to the orange ray and we become aware of what is truly right, we can then start to become creatures of good habits. Without the positive vibrations of the orange ray, self-improvement would be impossible. This ray helps us to stabilize ourselves and anchor ourselves in spirit. Without self-discipline, we will surely fall back into limiting physical habits and manifestations of the lower planes of matter. The orange ray gives us the self-discipline needed to advance further into the higher realms of spiritual manifestation. Use the orange ray to overcome fears and emotional insecurities. Key words: self-discipline, self-awareness, first awakening, subconscious mind, awareness of habits, both good and bad, purity of mind, body and soul, confidence, passionate, aggressive, courage, drive, self-improvement, emotional rather than physical love, true sense of good, compassion, generosity, affection, stabilization, sense of righteousness, optimism, sociability, dutiful, conviction, determination, reformation, justice, and humane service. Words to avoid in the orange ray are domineering, overpassionate, uncontrolled, emotion, unforgiving, and emotionally disturbed. Chakra number 3. The spleen is located in the center of the body, behind the stomach. It is divided into 10 divisions and radiates 10 different types of energy. The 10 petals of this center generate feelings, emotions, and excitement to the body. It is the center of intuition, and it is directly linked to the mental instinct. Its predominant color is green. The energies of this chakra are activated through the acts of compassion and humane service. The green ray is very mental and creative. It inspires humanity to love on a personal level and to form new ideas. These people are very stable, compatible, organized, and precise. This ray is highly expanding and expresses life totally on a mental, physical plane. When the desires of domination, possessiveness, passion, and lust are overcome, the green ray will truly manifest great peace and understanding. They are the great romantics of the world, and they can also help others heal the body and the mind. They do not like to take a definite stance, but they will always protect loved ones and often meditate to create peace. Green gives us the power to go into and expand deeper states of meditation. It is also one of the major colors of a personal nature. The colors are the spectrum of the universe. If we look around, we can see them manifested throughout this beautiful planet of ours. As you see them manifested in nature, remember that God is alive and well. Keywords for chakra number 3. Human, intellectual ability, mental power, meditative, honest, dedicated, passive, generous, compassionate, loyal, communicative, warm, traditional, energetic, prophetic, inventive, grounded, investigative, healing ability, scientific, stable, sociable, curious, organizing, efficient, and adaptable. Limiting green words are pessimistic, over-meticulous, judgmental, short-sighted, worrisome, demanding, and prejudice. Chakra number 4. The heart chakra is divided into 12 equal parts. It is the center that generates personal love. The amount of persistence we possess and compassion for family and generosity to our brother man. When activated, it seems to glow of a beautiful shade of gold or bright yellow. Its energies influence humanity's logical conscious mind and the ability to integrate. Its primary color is sunflower yellow. The yellow ray and 4th chakra is the first conscious stage of evolution up the spiritual ladder. Through the yellow ray, we start to see how senseless the limitations we impose on ourselves are. When yellow turns from passion to compassion, a state of confidence starts to materialize. A sense of goodwill and generosity will manifest. Many times we lay at the door to the cosmic kingdom, but fear is most often the emotion that keeps us from entering into the light. A pure yellow color will stir the imagination and charge the soul. It is also one of the most sociable colors in the spectrum. It arouses the intellect and stimulates the urge to integrate with and comprehend others. It is the mark of the liberator, the spiritual scientist, and the metaphysician. It bestows the feelings of personal love and romance. These people most always like being the center of attention. Keywords: benevolence, loving, service, sympathetic, mental, nurturing, loyal, friendship, vigilant, healing, centered, peaceful, impulsive, detached, contented, merciful, prudish, conservative, stabilizing, trustfulness, prosperity, inspiring, self-confidence, detachment, and non-possessive. Limiting yellow words to be aware of are fear, doubt, egotism, materialistic, narrow-minded, judgmental, aggressive, idolizing, domination, perversion, and overpassionate. Chakra number 5. The throat chakra is divided into 16 apparent divisions. This is the center of self-expression and closely related to spiritual expression. The center filters and rejects energies that are negative, illogical, or destructive. It allows us to create and form the life we choose. Its primary color is blue. Energies of this chakra are activated through self-discipline and self-sacrifice. Blue-ray persons are always mental. They will see many sides of things and people. Blue-ray people will have many types of varied friends. They will seem like the very air itself, the way they blow in and out of people's lives. Their main spiritual objective in life is to create peace and understanding in a troubled world. They are the grand educators and communicators of the spectrum. They are also the peacemakers. There is practically no problem they can't work out mentally. They always prefer to let the mind do most of the work, especially if the work is dirty. They love to play head games with others, and this gets them into trouble often. They make great child educators and excel in the fields of counseling and psychology. They must always remember that each person is on a different level of consciousness. Key words: tranquility, relaxation, restfulness, healing, mental, subdued, gentleness, understanding, impulsive, stabilizing, changeful, sympathetic, soothing, diplomatic, adherent, patient, devout, integrating, spiritual insight, zeal, sincerity, social, historical, responsive, nonviolent, synthesizing, and compulsive. Words to look out for: flighty, uncertain, delusional, exaggerating, not forthcoming, and judgmental. Chakra number 6. The brow chakra is often called the third eye of humanity. It is located directly between the eyebrows in the pituitary gland and is the center of clairvoyance. It is divided into 33 parts, and each part is divided into halves. This primary color is indigo. This center receives little energy if the soul is not spiritually motivated. Only acts of pure faith and sacrifice can activate this chakra. The indigo color is all that is of collective consciousness. When the energies of the sixth chakra are opened, the soul will know universal intention, meaning, and manifestation. People influenced by this color have a great need for compassion, and spiritual leadership will manifest. This soul will become a beacon of light and will inspire many. The material world will no longer have any hold or meaning to them. Only the light of God will satisfy the needs of this individual. People with a very active sixth chakra have the abilities to do great things, for they are in contact with the higher vibrations of the universe. These people have no desire to harm anyone or anything. They can be very scientific and have a natural gift of invention. They will help many people find their road to spirituality and will always defend those who need guidance and encouragement. Keywords: spiritual perception, intuition, will, power, joy, freedom, oneness, cosmic being, expansion, overwhelming, universal love, stimulation, awakening, absorption, life-giving, surrender to higher consciousness, ecstasy, bliss, astral transformation, sensations, unmaterialistic, visionary, futuristic, cosmic consciousness, and creative imagination. Chakra number 7. The crown chakra is said to be the center or meeting place between God, or the Logos, and human awareness. The energies of this center are purely etheric and spiritual by nature. Its primary color is white or purple. Very few people have even written about this mystical chakra. I am sure that if the vibrations of this chakra were opened, we would vibrate at a rate of enormous speed. This is humanity's spiritual link to pure universal power, knowledge, and love. This chakra is normally the last one to be fully awakened. Before a soul could even start to understand the complexity of this energy force, we would have to be evolved through many trials and experiences of accumulated lifespans. Chakra number 7 consists of pure etheric energy. If a person is evolved enough to tap into the energies of this chakra, they would become universal, astral, and etheric, truly at one with the universe, like Jesus or Buddha. This consciousness would manifest in a pure state of body, mind, and spirit, thus obtaining Christ consciousness. Jesus conquered and mastered all 7 of these energies, thus became the Christ. Its function is to expand spiritual, mental relationships. Through active expansion, we can overcome negative emotion, fear, desire, and the lower motivating energies that keep us earthbound and limited. It is divided into 2 sections that contain 48 different petals. This means that there are 96 petals in all. The needs of our personality can be satisfied by a limited number of forces. But when we come to the higher mind of spirit, we enter a permanent, truthful, and peaceful way of thought. We are said to use only 6 to 8% of the energies of Chakra 7. When the energies of this lotus is discovered and recognized by humanity, the sky will truly be the limit. This person is completely accelerated, illuminated, and universally expanded. They know no boundaries and are free to expand and learn all of the meaning of life. Keywords: pure, loving, humility, creativity, imagination, realization, awareness, illumination, universal connection, soothing, peaceful, spiritual essence, fulfillment, perfection, vastness, unity with spirit, infinity, conception, intuition, centered, just, discrimination, and divine realization. When the soul is evolved to this point, it has learned all its lessons, and the energies of the violet ray will bring into focus a oneness with God, the universe, and all that is, the I Am. A soul on this plane of existence is totally united with all that is light, love, and creative power. There are no negative words here, for all negative things in this being are overcome and relinquished forever.